You can book 3 to 4 calls per day without ads just by using LinkedIn. I'd know because that's exactly what my clients do every day. Everyone from freelancers, agency owners, coaches, and consultants is using a new tactic called selective exposure to get leads on autopilot. Here's how it works. You use special software to find your ideal customers on LinkedIn. The software then interacts with these people and they connect with you first, bypassing the 100 connections per week limit that LinkedIn has. But here's where most people get it wrong. They think getting connections is the hard part. It's not. The real challenge is what happens after someone connects with you. Most people send a generic pitch message and wonder why nobody responds. That's why the next step is to write posts that convert. I give my clients the exact structure that turns prospects from "who are you" into "send me the payment link." We warm them up with 3 tiers of content so they know who you are, what problem they have, and how you're the best choice to solve it for them. Tier 1 content establishes your authority. These are posts that show you know what you're talking about without being salesy. Tier 2 content agitates their problem. You're helping them realize the true cost of not solving their issue. Tier 3 content positions you as the solution. By the time they see these posts, they're already thinking, I need to talk to this person. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but calls don't automatically mean clients, right? You're absolutely correct. And that's exactly why this system works so well. See, most people are getting on calls with prospects who barely know them. They're starting from zero, trying to build trust and explain their value all in one conversation. But when someone has been consuming your content for weeks, seeing your expertise, understanding their problem deeper because of what you've taught them, and recognizing you as the obvious solution, that's a completely different conversation. These aren't cold calls. These are warm prospects who are already 80% sold before they even get on the phone with you. That's the power of the middle of funnel content strategy. By the time someone books a call, they're not asking, can you help me? They're asking, when can we start? The last step is getting them on the phone, and this is where we set up your entire booking system. We create your calendar, write your booking page copy, set up automated reminders, and even create follow-up sequences for people who book but don't show up. Everything is done for you. Now, you might be wondering, is this just another coaching program where I have to figure everything out myself? Absolutely not. This is a done-for-you service. I don't just teach you what to do, I do it with you and for you. I personally set up your selective exposure software and target the right prospects in your industry. I write your LinkedIn profile to convert visitors into connections and connections into calls. I create your content calendar with all 3 tiers of posts, customized for your specific market. I set up your entire booking funnel from the calendar link to the confirmation emails, and I monitor everything to make sure it's working properly and optimize it when needed. You don't have to become a LinkedIn expert. You don't have to learn complicated software. You don't have to write content from scratch. You just have to show up for the calls that start flooding your calendar. Speaking of which, let me be crystal clear about what I'm promising here. Within 90 days of working together, you will book more than 100 calls in a single 30-day period. That's averaging 3 to 4 calls per day, minimum. If that doesn't happen, I'll continue working with you at no additional cost until it does. I'm not talking about connections. I'm not talking about profile views. I'm talking about actual booked calls with qualified prospects who want what you're selling. This isn't some wishy-washy, we'll do our best guarantee. This is a contractual commitment. Why can I make such a bold promise? Because I've done this hundreds of times before. I know exactly which prospects to target, what content converts, and how to optimize every step of the process. More importantly, I know the common mistakes that kill results, and I make sure you avoid every single one of them. The selective exposure software alone can reach 40,000 prospects per week. Even if just 1% of those people connect with you, that's 400 new connections every week. If just 10% of those connections eventually book a call, that's 40 calls per week, well over our 100 calls per month guarantee. But here's the thing, my clients typically see much higher conversion rates because everything is optimized for their specific market. I've had clients book 200 plus calls per month. I've had clients close deals worth $50,000 plus from a single LinkedIn conversation. The system works, and it works consistently, but I only work with people I know I can get results for. That's why there's an application process. I need to make sure you have a proven offer, you're in a market where this strategy works, and you're committed to showing up for the calls we generate. If you meet those requirements, I guarantee you'll have more qualified prospects wanting to work with you than you know what to do with. Want to see how I can do this for you? All on a guaranteed results basis. Click the button down below. I'll ask you a few questions to make sure I can help you. And if we're a good fit, I'll bring you 100 plus calls per month within 90 days. 100% guaranteed, or your money back. This isn't for everyone, but if you're serious about scaling your business and you're tired of inconsistent lead generation, this could be exactly what you've been looking for. So click the button down below to schedule a call, and I'll talk to you soon.